No, she might have been pregnant, and then she had the baby, and then she wasn't as big.
Yeah. I don't think you're grasping the gravity of this situation. Oh, gosh.
Oh, good.
That's fun, though, man. It's good to think about.
The pregnant lady, or
No,
Not the
the
pregnant lady.
Oh, the black hole. Yeah.
black holes and things getting smaller instead of larger. And the way we measure things, to me, is kind of off the wall. Like the Doppler effect. It's moving away, the wavelengths get longer, it's getting closer, they get shorter.
Well, that's
That's
good.
one way, and the Cepheid variable. How bright a star when it explodes tells you how far away it is. Come on,
That's a
man.
good point.
That seems far out to me.
And
Yeah.
that theory also holds if you're talking to any girl and she's like, hey, what's your packet? And you could be like, well, the thing is, the universe, everything's getting smaller, and the rulers and everything, those are also getting smaller.
Yeah, how do you measure it?
Yeah, so look, I can't tell you a measurement because I don't even know if the things that I'm measuring with are even the right size.
Right today.
So it could be, yeah.
That would solve all this black matter, dark stuff they can't find. They can see if what do you do with it? You know?
I don't
We're
think the
just giving
black matter people. But
Einstein's
I don't think they have a
constant,
problem with the
crazy.
measuring.
But if it gets smaller, then all that goes away.
Question, do you think we should just switch to the imperial system or the metric system, or like...
Yeah, I
you
think
we
everybody should
we
be
just
on the
stay?
metric system.
No, God, no.
No, not the metric system sucks.
We're the
dude.
only
It does.
person, but we're the only people that don't do it. Why can't we just conform? Why do we have to be different?
Because how far is 2,000 kilometers? Can you measure that in your mind? No, I can't.
No, but
You say
I would
2,000
learn.
miles, I know how far that is.
That's because you learned that originally. But if you ask
Right.
a European person, they'll tell you exactly how far 200
That-
kilometers is.
That's true.
They're like, oh, it's down the street and to the left.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But, you know, after generations of people like Ed and us who just
I
were
feel like
taught,
it made our country look stupid.
No,
It's
because
like-
our country was stupid to begin with.
It's like the kid, we're like the kid that, like, everybody wants to play tag, and then after he gets tagged once, he's like, well, the thing is that, like, we're gonna make our own rules now, and we're gonna play my game. That's
How
not,
does that figure in?
because everybody has always used, the metric system was the original system, and then we just decided to not use it.
I will admit a metric system is very simple to calculate. It's all units of 10.
Yep.
It's easy. Mileage, you got nautical miles, you got land miles. You got different sets of the same distance.
Centimeters, yeah.
Different names for it. Metric, it's all very regulated. But I don't understand it. I don't know how far, you just tell me it's 12 centimeters. Well, how the heck much is a centimeter? I have no idea. I know 3/8 of an inch,
Well, I don't like the stones.
a half
that-
an inch, I know.
I don't agree with when people are like, oh, I weigh 18 stones. It's like, well,
Look,
what the heck
that's
does
not
that
a-
mean?
That's not metric though.
What
Stone
kind of
is not
stones are
metric.
you using, and how big are the stones, you know?
12 pounds.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Oh. What system is
And I
that?
only knew that because of wrestling.
What system is that?
That's the
English.
British. Yeah.
Bunch of crazy people.
They are. Yeah.
Out of their
doubt.
mind, drinking tea and
I
stuff.
remember when I was a kid, we used to go to wrestling matches, and there was a wrestler called Lord Blair's, and when
Lord
they gave
Blair's?
his Lord Blair,
Hmm.
and they called him when he gave us the weight. He weighs 275 pounds. He said, I weigh 12 pounds, 12 stone 6. You know what the hell? I had no idea. I had to go look
Nobody
it up.
asked you that, buddy. We asked you how many pounds you weighed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he gave it to the way he measured himself.
Well, his
and that was
first
stones.
you had to call him Lord anything. He's definitely weighing himself in stones.
Well, he was a good wrestler.
Prepared wrestler.
He was a wrestler. He was good.
No, he's got stones in his body.
Well,
Kidney stones.
that's just a different way of measuring things.
I weigh 12 kidney stones.
I always
stones.
thought people who said, "Oh, I'll do it in a fortnight," or "I'll get it back in a fortnight."
Jerks.
Just,
Yeah, how much is a
just-
fortnight?
It's 2 weeks.
Just
Is it
say
2
it.
weeks?
I had to look that one up.
Just say
Okay.
2 weeks. Just say 2 weeks.
It's easy for me. I understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. If
But a
anybody,
fortnight,
I I'd punch him right in
What's
the front.
the other thing?
I would scissor sweep him, and then say, "There's your fortnight." I would be so mad. Don't come at me with a fortnight. Because then you got to think about it, and then you got to be like, okay, oh yeah, it's 2 weeks, okay.
Yeah, but
You could
when
just
I
say
say
2
2 weeks, it's
Yeah.
easier than a
Yeah,
fortnight.
Then a fortnight, yeah.
What
that's,
the hell?
That's harder to spell than
I mean,
2
you say
weeks.
2 weeks is 14 days. A day is 24 hours. That's easy to calculate.
Yeah.
What about Abraham Lincoln with his 7 years ago?
Yeah, he also wore a hat that nobody else in the world wore. He
lot
was
of
a
people wore
weirdo.
those.
He was a
No, a lot
weirdo.
of people
No.
wore those, dude.
Just a weird
Score,
guy.
I don't know. I understood what a score was a long time ago.
It's 20
Probably
years.
from that speech.
It's 20 years.
20 or 10?
I thought it was 20.
20? Okay. I'm not sure.
I think so. Something
Now,
like
let me
that.
tell you why I don't like Abraham Lincoln.
You know, like what?
I don't like Abraham Lincoln. I feel like he was
Abraham Lincoln?
Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, I'll tell you why I don't.
This is the reason, because he, first of all, was already a tall guy, right? And then he decided to wear a really tall hat. And it's like, you're already tall in a society that isn't filled with very tall people, because back then the general height wasn't that tall.
Right.
And he's over here walking around like a tall guy looking like an alien. And then on top of that, he has to go in like peacock and wear an even bigger hat. And I'm like, geez, man, you're already the President of the United States. Just get a smaller hat.
Why? You didn't have
You're
to.
already a tall guy.
I think this comes from a place where you're insecure about your own height.
I'm fine with my height. I just feel like he wasn't, and he like had to like
Well, that's an esoteric thing.
it was all
When you're
ego.
worried about what kind of hat the guy wore.
All ego.
That doesn't make the person. If you think about it, Abraham Lincoln blockaded the South, started a war without Congress's consent.
And made it about slavery.
And same thing.
And it wasn't about that?
No,
No.
What was it about?
Money.
absolutely.
Oh.
It was controlling
Money
other
and
states.
territory?
Controlling other states, making them pay taxes. If you didn't want to pay taxes on your slaves,
That's it.
then you're probably going to lose your slaves.
Oh, so he really was like, oh, you guys don't want to play? Then nobody gets him. And then he was just doing it to throw it in people's
basically.
face?
I mean,
So it
they
wasn't
didn't
even
want to be
really
slaves
about
to begin
freeing
with.
them, it was just about proving
Well,
a point.
that's
It's kind of iffy on that one. It became that.
It became
but
that,
it started
yeah.
out
it
as
became that.
you
But,
got to pay some taxes.
but I mean, he
man.
did a lot of things that
Oh,
were
man.
he
I mean, at least in
eliminated-
the end they got free.
he eliminated what was it? How do you call it? When you arrest somebody, you have to get him in within a court within a certain period of time.
You have due trial. You have right to trial.
Yeah.
Due process.
Due process.
He didn't have to do that. He would arrest somebody and not try him for 4 or 5 years. He what the hell they call it? Dang, I can't think of what the term is. Oh,
What, the due
Is it a
process?
law?
what?
The due process?
It's part of the due process, but it's my mind's gone. I can't think of it. But he did a lot of things that were against our Constitution because we're in a war state. The South damn near took over the U.S.
Sacrifices had to be made.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, what do they call that? I can't think of it.
The Emancipation Proclamation.
Issued the
Well, that's a
proclamation
speech.
of suspended habeas corpus.
Habeas corpus. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Yes.
And that's against our Constitution.
I love it. I love it how it says in this article, shortly after he started the American Civil War in 1861, President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, took 2 steps intended to maintain order and public safety in the now divided country. In
That's
his
it.
capacity as a commander-in-chief, Lincoln declared martial law in all the states and ordered the suspension of the constitutionally protected right to
That's right.
rights of habeas corpus in the state of Maryland and parts of the Midwestern
Yep,
states.
and plus he ordered a blockade of the south of the southern ports, and the blockade is an act of war, and he declared war by himself, without Congress. Congress has to declare war.
So he did like the thing in 300 kind of thing, where he was like, they were like, all the people were like, no, you can't go fight this war, and then he was like, oh, I'm not going to fight a war, I'm just going out for a walk with 300 soldiers. And they're like, they're bodyguards, and then they just
Yeah,
went out. So that's
yeah.
all what Lincoln did. He's like, no, I'm just building a wall
Armed
to keep out the
reconnaissance.
Mexicans.
They call that armed reconnaissance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Some extra tight security, but for no reason.
But he's a great man. I loved him. But he did a lot of things that were against our Constitution.
Little shady.
What?
Little shady under that big hat.
Yeah, for sure. No. But hey,
John Wilkes Booth was just.
how did we get to there though?
I don't remember.
I mean, we talking about the expanding
the
universe
length,
down to Port Lincoln.
exactly with the length of measurements, and then we were talking about how long stuff was.
Yeah,
Man, conversations are weird.
yeah. Well,
Lincoln the message.
I still think the way we measure things leaves a lot to be desired.
I think we should just make a new measurement.
Yeah, and it's
Just
probably
like-
just as bad.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be based on the size of
Until
your
you get a
hand.
laser to go out and measure the time it takes and all that. But then you got to worry about the speed of light, and now how far will it go
Does
before it
gravity,
dies out?
and then
Do
gravity
you
is gonna
think we're
affect
ever
that
gonna
light.
get it?
Yeah.
Do you think we're ever gonna get it? Do
No,
you think there's ever a possibility?
no.
There's still we got a lot of way to go, man.
Yeah.
Got a long way to
I
go.
don't think our grandchildren will see it. I don't
I
think
don't
their
know, man.
grandchildren.
What
will
if we
see it.
just figure it out and then we don't have to worry about it?
Do
We
you-
got, well, right now we got to figure it out.
Yeah,
According to people,
that is true.
our scientists, we got to figure it out.
We
know
We
have-
know how to get to light speed. We just can't do it.
No, we
But
don't.
what
far.
if? So now here's the catch-22 to that, right? That we say that we can't, right? And we say like, oh, we can't hit lights. But if aliens are real and
They're traveling
UFOs,
faster.
right? So then there is the possibility. And if we already have the technology, it's just a matter of time. It's like nukes, right? Nukes didn't come out the day after I know it wasn't Einstein who created the nuke first, right? Somebody else did it before him, but then the atomic bomb.
Okay.
Einstein wasn't the first person, right? It was somebody else before him. Einstein's just the guy that
Really?
made one
Well,
for
there's a lot of people that understood
how to do
the
it.
energy, not how to do it, but the energy contained within the atom itself,
Yeah,
and find some way to get rid of that energy at one
Mhm.
time. And
he figured it out.
yeah,
So, I forgot my point. What were we talking about?
oh,
What were we talking about? before?
Lincoln, the war, expanding universe,
No,
a lot of things.
We were talking about how we could get to light speed, but it's
Oh, yeah.
hold on.
Oh yes. So the day after.
J. Robert Oppenheimer.
So the day after that the atomic bomb was,
Oppenheimer.
they figured out the math problem. They figured out how to do it, and they were like, okay, this will definitely work, right? When they figured that out.
No, they didn't know it would actually work.
Well, no, when
They
they
assumed
did.
it would.
Well,
They
hold
dropped a bunch of weird dead
That's
guns,
irrelevant.
too.
That's irrelevant to the fact. So either way, the day that it came out, they weren't like, "All right, let's do it." It came out like a little bit later, and then they applied it. I mean, wasn't an immediate thing. They were like, "All right, let's put this
No.
bomb in place right now."
Not
No, it was
really,
probably a couple
because
years later, right?
we didn't even know
No.
about the atom or the electron
When?
until the 1900s.
Well, now do this for me. Google, when did it come up? So when was it officially stated and created? Like the math problem was written down to when was the first atomic bomb test done?
Oh.
1945.
1945 was the first test.
1945.
First
That was the
test.
first successful test by J. Robert Oppenheimer,
Oppenheimer.
Okay, so then when did
who,
he?
the father of the atomic bomb, on July 16th, 1945, in the Trinity test of New Mexico.
Okay, so when did he actually discover it? When did
That is the exact day that he tested it and found out that
That
it
it
worked.
that it worked? So 19 what?
45.
Okay, Okay, chill out.
You've
You
said
don't
it
gotta
8
yell.
times.
So what?
You've been yelling this whole time.
I'll ask it 8 more times. So what did? When did we drop the first atomic bomb?
August of 1945.
Oh, so it was within that year.
Yeah,
Mhm.
same year.
Oh man.
Right
Never
away.
mind, my point is null and void.
Right away. They
Yeah.
dropped the first one in Arizona.
Maybe we're already using alien technology. Maybe
Do
that's
what?
what the internet is.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure the Men in Black have all that stuff to themselves, okay?
Will
because
Smith.
let's be no, not
Yeah,
Will Smith.
Will Smith's probably a real Men in Black.
that's like this Remo Williams. He's part of a group of 3 people that, according to the leader, the teacher, who was a Korean master at some kind of, I don't know, Sinju or something like that. It wasn't none of the ones we know, I know. And he went back to Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, Napoleon. He says, these were people we killed, and all of them in history say they were either natural death or died of something, natural. But this group of these Chinsu Korean masters, when these people are being real bad, they would go in and kill them. In a way that you would think that, hey, it was an accident. So that's what they had to do in this movie, Remo Williams. Great movie.
Yeah,
You've got to see
We're
it.
gonna have to watch it.
Super assassins.
Huh?
Super ninja assassins.
Beyond Ninja.
Beyond ninja.
This guy can
assassins.
walk on water.
What?
Oh, it's really cool.
When was the movie made?
1989?
Oh wow, that's recent.
I think it was 89.
That's more recent than.
Great movie. You gotta watch it.
I
I
love how
can't
you
believe
said that's
on.
recent. That's a VHS.
That's more recent than any western with Clint Eastwood that we've been watching.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Clint Eastwood's in it?
No,
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 I
no,
was-
no.
Yeah. Who's in it? Oh, we looked it up the other day.
Yeah, Bruce something.
Not Willis.
No, it wasn't Willis. And it was a guy, the Korean, the master, his name was Garrick Jones or something like that. He looked very Oriental, but he didn't have an Oriental name.
Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins.
Oh, that's it, man. Oh, you gotta see
Fred
it.
Ward plays Remo Williams.
Oh, Fred Ward.
Joel Gray plays Chin Yoon.
Yeah.
Which, that's a white guy that's playing an Asian guy.
No, he's Asian. There's no doubt about it.
His name is Joel Gray.
I don't
That's
care what his name
that's
was.
an Asian
but
guy.
This guy was Asian.
That's an Asian guy.
He was Korean. I don't know if he was Korean or not, but. And he dodged bullets. He was great.
First Matrix.
Huh?
First Matrix.
As good, if not better. But they only made one of them, and they had about 12 books that this guy wrote. I read every one of them, I'm sure, because he was good. But the first one, The Adventure Begins, starts out with this cop that gets almost killed, and they take him and redo him.
He starred in the
and
film
they train him how
Dirty
to
Dancing.
do all. The Korean guy trained him how to fight. Oh, great!
Well, yeah, but no, we're watching this movie. If we could find it.
Okay, so he's not Asian, for sure.
He's not.
He
He sure looks it.
He was born in Chicago.
Just because he's born in Chicago
Doesn't
doesn't mean
mean
he's not
he's
from
an Asian.
Asian descent, dude.
Okay, tell me if this guy right here is an Asian guy to you.
He looks slightly Asian.
There is nothing
They
Asian
made
about
him
that
up
guy.
pretty good.
There is zero Asian
He doesn't
about
look
that
anything.
He's
I
slightly Asian right
He
there,
doesn't
dude.
look anything like
You
that.
can't see that? It's right there.
Guy. What am I freezing the
It's
port?
right there, dude.
Oh wow!
He doesn't
This
look
is the whitest guy I've ever seen
Dude,
in my
he's
life.
totally Asian. You gotta get your papers
I
checked
love
out.
this.
He doesn't have, he doesn't look anything like that.
No, yeah, they did a good job.
God.
Now here's
Dylan,
to
you're
my
so
point.
racist.
I have a question.
Well,
Now,
I got an answer.
like, So let's say for Halloween, I wanted to be like Bobby Lee.
Who?
Or let's say like Barack Obama,
Okay.
right? So, but I can't do Barack Obama because that's blackface and you can't do that.
You sure you can. You put chalk on your face.
No, you're not allowed to. It's not socially acceptable these
Oh,
days.
horse feathers.
So you've
Yeah,
just answered your own question.
Hold on. But what if I don't do
What
the...
about Al Jolson? He did it.
Yeah, but that's...
He's in a lot of trouble.
that's,
He's in a lot of trouble right now.
They're canceling everybody. Everybody. Even Jimmy Fallon did it as a joke way back in the day in like
Yeah.
the early 90s, and they tried to cancel him.
So
Yeah.
Or not
why are
Jimmy
you
Fallon,
bringing this up now?
Jimmy... So my question is...
So why are you trying to defend this right
no,
now?
no, I'm not trying to defend it at all. But what I'm saying is, could I just I'm not gonna do blackface as Oprah, right, or Obama? But what if I just dress like Obama and do
Well,
like
how do you know? What's the difference?
you just do like the hairdo?
Obama dressed pretty darn nice.
All right, like Oprah, and I just wore big clothes,
Mm.
and I just
That's cross-dressing, and that's a
gave
little
everybody
weird, man.
and I gave everybody a book
I mean,
at
it's
the end of the
Halloween.
conversation.
Yeah, or a car or something.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, my name's... But I said that I was Oprah. And then at the end, I just handed you like a bookmark, you know? Or so, you get a gift. You got to get something. When you meet Oprah, I think every time you
I'd
meet
say
Oprah,
that's
you
a
get something.
terrible costume. You should have rethought that.
If she shakes your hand, I bet you get something.
Probably.
Something happens.
I don't think so.
Like a scratch-off, maybe. But a $20 one, because she's not on a budget.
Why do you think Oprah is this nice?
I feel it in my
Oh,
heart.
she gave her entire audience cars.
Yeah, did she really? Yeah, but
Yeah.
they all had to pay the
taxes.
You gotta pay taxes on
But
it.
you
yeah.
got a car, so it doesn't. So what? Yeah, no, that's fair. I think
Yeah,
that's pretty fair.
That's
Yeah,
a
but
lot of
those
money.
cars, the reason
Taxes
that
were
everybody
like
was...
$8,000.
Yeah, because everybody was so PO'd that they had to... They were gifted like $40,000 cars.
Yeah.
The taxes
$4,000.
on that 40,000, no, because it was a gift, it was increased by like 18%.
Yeah, probably 30%.
Yeah. So they were paying like $15,000 in taxes.
Yeah.
Oh, and in order to even get the car, you got to pay that first before you can put it on the road.
I'm not
No,
sure about
not
that.
really. You just owe the government that much
Yeah,
in back
one way or
tax.
the other.
So she actually just gave everybody $15,000 of debt. And a free car.
Or just
You could sell the car, but you still gotta pay the taxes.
Or just sold a car for $15,000. That's basically what they did for the government.
No,
Maybe the government. It's a big conspiracy. Maybe the government needed to get more money for cars, and then so they got Oprah to give people cars so that they have to pay taxes on those
that
cars.
seems probably far
That's
out.
a little far-fetched
That's way
because
out
You never
there.
know. The
I think
CIA. It sounds like something the CIA would be.
no,
about.
Oprah just did that so that she could write all those cars off on
Off
her taxes,
her
Yeah.
taxes.
so that she would get back
$40,000
$7 million.
each.
So for every $40,000 car, she gets back that, and you're just
40,000 back.
15
There's
grand.
about
in debt.
250, maybe 300
Wow.
audience members and an Oprah.
A lot.
Well,
So-
hey, blackface or not, I don't even want to be Oprah anymore. So I don't want to.
Chocolate Smoov and Chapstick does not condone blackface of any kind.
Not
We
at
respect
all.
all races and all people.
But if you just happen to wear the same outfit and don't do the actual
Quit
coloring,
digging us a grave.
All right, fine. Just saying, but yeah.
I will hit you with something.
Okay. Well, hey guys, listen. Thank you for watching the Chocolate Smoov and Chapstick podcast. I'm your boy Chocolate Smoov. This is my main man,
Chapstick.
and this is Out of the Box Ed, the smartest guy we ever have met in
No.
our whole lives. And we're still young, so you
You
never
guys
know.
need to get out. You guys need to get out more.
Yes, we do.
We don't really do that.
This is actually the first time we've been out, so
Yeah.
of the bathroom. I've been in the bathroom most of the day. So
Okay.
thanks
Well,
for
good.
listening. We love you
Anyway.
guys.
See ya.
Wow.
Ugh.
Smoov.